Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Midday Market Action. My name is Midday Market Update. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. This is the first trading day of the week. It's going to be a busy week. A lot of earnings coming out this week. So we're going to see out of some of those earnings which stocks look the better play, where you should have your money. If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation. As we get started, I got my good old cup of Cafe Bustelo sitting right here. You know I always got it. So, awesome. I had an opportunity to go to a wedding this weekend without having to work it. My cousin got married. I got to meet his wife, and she looks at me and says, "Oh, so this is the guy that you make me watch on YouTube." And I just laughed. I was like, wow, my cousin checks me out. Make sure his fiance at that time, now his wife, checks me out. Man, I'm a blessed individual. Nobody at the wedding came up to me, though, and said, "Oh, you're Glenn from YouTube." And I was like, no, nobody came to do that. So, but at least somebody in my family is watching the stuff that I do on YouTube. My daughter does, as a matter of fact. I do know that. My wife doesn't. I need to get her involved in it. She doesn't. But when we turn on the TV, because of our TV, it's got the YouTube channel on there, and my face pops up on there. She goes, "Oh, look at that handsome guy." I'm like, "Yeah, that's my wife. That's my wife." Did you tell your cousin's wife about how love works? Joey's not answering. Okay, I know the screen froze. I just saw that. There it is. It should have come back. Sorry about that, Pennywise. All right. Hopefully it came back. Joey, can you hear me? I'm just making sure, because OBS dropped out a little bit. All right. So Joey's doing what he normally does, and he probably walked away from his screen. So it's just you and me. Don't tell Joey I was talking bad about him, though. Don't tell him. All right. So with all of that being said, looks like the alert hit. We got over 200 people here. There we go. What's up, Joy? All right, so with that being said, let's get into what's going on in the market. All of the major indices are down. You know, a lot of earnings this week. So I'm thinking the market might be waiting to see what some of the bigger companies are going to report going into earnings. All right, so there's a few of them that we will look at. I do have a list of all of the major companies reporting earnings this week, so we'll take a look at those as well. But all of the major indices are down. But the biggest thing that catches me is that let me see if I get to my home page. Where's it at? As I look, hold on, let's scroll down a little bit. Even I don't have the VIX on here. How do I not have the VIX on here? That's interesting. I'm gonna add it. No, it's not my fault, Joey. Oh, now you want to pop up when you want to say something is my fault. Now you want to pop up, but when I was looking for you, you wasn't there. There it is. The VIX is on the rise. I figured that it would be on a down day. The VIX is on the rise, but we're still below the value of 20. So there's not a lot of fear in the market, but it's still high. So all of the major indices are down. The biggest loser right now is the composite, down over 0.8%, and the Dow looks like the money is moving from our look of over 9,000 stocks, and the Dow is down about 0.75%. Right now, we've got 3 yellow lights in the color guard. The MTI took a little bit of a dip, which is a good thing, especially if we're trying to get to a point where the market could be looking for a top. We pulled off a little bit off of that, so that's a good sign. Yellow lights, no red lights, but the primary wave, or the fastest market timing call we have, is down. Well, that makes sense on a down day, but it's one day out of the last 6 days. The DEW timing signal is up and the confirmed call is up. A lot of green, a lot of yellow. I'm still going to tell you overall, you should be cautiously bullish. How about that? Cautiously bullish. McDonald's hit a new high today. Yep, I haven't gone to McDonald's in a minute, though. Let's go to the market timing graph real quick. Let's go see what's going on. There's the upward trend. There's no doubt about it. All right, and there you go. Bill says the market up 6 straight weeks. Here it is. We are in a downtrend. Big down day today, but we're still above the trend line. I won't be really concerned about this uptrend dissipating until we close below it. And again, I think that some of the companies that are going to report this week will push the market higher or push the market lower. We'll have to keep our eyes on that. But a big down day coming off of an all-time high on Friday. All-time high on the VectorVest composite. Down day today, but we're still in the uptrend overall. Cafe Bustelo Mexican roast coffee. I love me my Cafe Bustelo. McDonald's selling some fries today. Is that what it is, Mac Daddy? Santalal, good morning. What about Nvidia hitting 141? Interesting. Did I give a price target on Nvidia? I don't remember. I don't remember if I gave a price target on Nvidia or not. That better, Joey? Okay. I don't know if I I'm still in. I got back into it. I'm 150. Thank you, Jazz. No, Tilo. I thought I did. I wasn't sure. Jazz says I gave a price target of 150 on Nvidia. I did get back in Nvidia after it fell on that one big day. I still think it's still the most powerful stock on the planet. Small nuclear reactor companies also on the rise because a lot more AI going into that space. So the nuclear power needed to run or power up AI. Man, uranium stocks have been on a rise. Uranium stocks have been on a rise. All right, real quick, if you're brand new to the channel, I want to say hello to all of you who are brand new to the channel. If you like the commentary that you see today, I invite all of you guys that are brand new to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, so you'll be alerted to when new live streams like this come out. We are live 4 out of 5 days of the week. The only day that we are not live is on Tuesdays. We're live today. Ryan and I will be live Wednesday for afternoon market action. I have trending Thursdays at 2 p.m. on Thursdays, and then I've got the mobile app coaching on Fridays. All right, so with all of that being said, let's go take a look at some news that's moving the market, starting with oil. Ooh, that's interesting. Man, I probably did that again. Joey got it prepared for the program, not the stories. Oil prices gain, recouping some of last week's losses. Oil prices rose on Monday, recouping some of the last week's more than 7% decline. I'm not currently trading oil right now. I'm getting pissed off about it. Decline on worries about demand in China. I don't know if China's coming back up. China on Monday cut the benchmark lending rates as anticipated, but they still haven't given out stimulus money. They said they were going to wait until after the election to do that, part of a broader package on stimulus measures to revive the economy. And if that's the case, then most likely China will start buying oil again. And that's going to be a big mover for oil. All right, I did write down Zim. Stop putting stocks in here. Nvidia money flow into is drying up. Lee, I still think that Nvidia's got a long way to go to the upside, I think, but we'll take a look at it. We're definitely going to put Nvidia on the list today. NVDA. Ronnie, what is Ronnie Therapeutics? And y'all is slick. I told y'all not to put stocks in yet. I want to go into ACLS. Please comment. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna ignore the rest of the stocks that come up. I'll tell you when. All right. I'll tell you when. I'm going to look at as many of them as I possibly can. Blackwell is going to make Nvidia share price shoot through the roof. And the big thing about the Blackwell GPUs is that the demand is out there. There was some talk about they weren't being able to supply them, but that was the last meeting that they had. They talked about it. They're going to be able, they were going to be late until March of next year. They're putting them out now. So the GPUs, the Blackwell GPUs are going to be a game changer for NVIDIA. All right, so Pennywise, I'm with you on that. Glenn, be consistent and ignore the early stock entries, please. Yes, I am. I wrote down about 4 of them, but we're going to wait. All right, earnings playbook. More than 100 companies are slated to report this week, including General Motors. I'm going to go into Wednesday. Coca-Cola reports. Boeing reports. Interesting on Boeing. Boeing, it's one of my news stories today. It's going to be my next story. Could be getting closer to a deal with the strikers. That could be big for Boeing. Boeing needs something big to help them because they're in dire straits. They're story after story after story. But the strike is hurting them, and now this quarter revenue is expected to be little change year over year for the aerospace giant. Why? Because they've been having issues. But this is what's catching my attention, and I think Ryan and I will do the live earnings call on Tesla. Last quarter, it reported a 7% drop in auto revenue because Elon Musk is fighting China. All right, this quarter, analysts see the electric car makers' earnings falling more than 10% year over year. That's going to be interesting. I don't think Ryan or I are bullish on Tesla. As a matter of fact, I've made a lot of money on TSLQ, which is the contra for Tesla. I'm not playing it right now prior to earnings, but I don't think that the picture looks pretty going into earnings for Teslas. And Pennywise says Tesla's earnings are going to be ugly. I believe on that. Janice says live on Nvidia, great idea, Glenn. Well, we're going to do a live on Tesla, but of course when Nvidia comes out, I think it's November 16th. I think we already got the date. November 16th, Ryan and I will definitely do a live on Nvidia as well. Boeing is a 2028 bet if no more issues. The thing about Boeing as well, another story came out. Saudi Arabia is going to buy 5. They slated to buy 5 of the 777s, which could be a big move for Boeing as well. Palantir, I own, Michelle. I don't think it's on my list today, but if when we get a chance to look at your stocks, if that's one of them, one that comes up, we'll talk about that. But I am still currently, I'm up 60%. I went down to 55% from 61%. Now I'm back up to 60% on Palantir. Palantir has just been a powerhouse play too. Next to Nvidia, those are the only 2 stocks I'm playing right now. NVDL, I'm not even actually playing Nvidia. I'm playing the ETF, and I'm playing Palantir. Those are the only 2 stocks that I own right now. So I am a happy individual. Believe you, Palantir is methodically growing. I've been talking about that for the last year or so. All right, and on Thursday we have UPS. Last quarter shares fell 12%. This quarter, delivery giant is expected to post slight earnings and revenue growth from a year earlier. All right, so now let's get into Boeing. Boeing shares rise after labor offer, but analysts wary of worker pushback. Where is it? There it is. Boeing machinists to vote on a new proposal with 35% raises. So we saw what the longshoremen did, right? They kicked the can down the road, but they got a raise increase. Wait till January. I think more and more companies are going to push the big companies to get what they want, or they're going to say, well, then without us, you can't do what you got to do. Watch this going into next year. I think a lot of big manufacturers are going to be forced to pay higher wages. You know, what I feel about it, I think with the high inflation, you need higher wages. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Because even though the rate of inflation is decreasing, prices are still high. And pay is not keeping up with the raises in inflation. So that's my 2 cents about it. I'm not getting any bigger or more into it. That's my 2 cents when it comes down to pay increases. All right, Microsoft. Microsoft, this is a scary story. So Microsoft start offering AI autonomous agents from next month. Now, this is Microsoft will allow businesses, just think about this, to start making their own autonomous AI agents from next month amid competition from Salesforce, which introduced its own configurable AI models in September. So now you're going to put AI and use it for marketing purposes. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. I don't know how I feel about this. What do you feel about this? Type it in the room. What do you feel about this? Now, I've got a DJ business. Do I allow an AI to virtually manage my business or set up the face of my business? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I think that's kind of scary because after a while, this thing could run wildfire and it'll put some stuff up there you may or may not like. I don't know. I don't know, but it's the AI. I love the AI space, but this is kind of scary, in my opinion. This for me, this is a little scary, but I wanted to bring it to you. Earlier this year, Microsoft announced several new capabilities in the Copilot Studio, including the ability to create autonomous agents. I don't know how I feel about that. Again, type it in the room. I'm just curious. All right, interesting story. I don't know if that's going to be a good or bad for Microsoft. I think the best thing that Microsoft ever did was the investment into OpenAI. And that just shot them up and everything else in this space. Now, another story. Lumen and Meta announced partnership to expand AI network. And it seems like all of the big names that are moving off of AI because AI is the bomb diggy. Right, the bomb diggity doo. Lumen is up 15%, up to 777. The partnership will provide interconnection for Meta's infrastructure, strengthening and increasing its ability to lead in AI development. Again, I like the AI space. I just don't want it to go above and beyond what the expectations are. Now, the problem is I don't know what the expectations are. I think that artificial intelligence makes life easier for people. They can do the calculations. They can set up stuff. They can, dive through data, excuse me, to give you the information you need. I don't know. I don't think it's a bubble. When you look at bubbles, when you look at the dot-com bubble, a lot of these companies were going up in price and they weren't making money. Just about every company that's in the AI space is making money. So I don't think it's a bubble. I don't think it's a bubble at all. Agents are what works the best in the AI space. It will have positive effects on the user. Thank you. That's a brand new name. All right, Rafik, thank you for chiming in. I love when new people chime in, man. I love it when new people chime in. All right, Malcolm says dangerous. All right, so we'll see. But you know something, when it comes down to AI, another good spot to play, Out of Sight says QQQ. I'm with that. The AI bubble is really just people learning which AI companies are legit and which aren't. I don't think there's a lot of non-legit companies out there. I don't know. All right. So I've got Lumen and I've got Microsoft on my list today. JP Morgan. Now, I'm not a big fan on electric vehicles, all right, because the major car dealers are having a hard time selling EVs. All right, they're having a hard time selling EVs. But JP Morgan issues a short-term, and there you go, short-term buy call on Chinese electric car XPEV. And analyst Nick Lai, who is an overweight rating on the Chinese electric car maker, added XPeng to the Wall Street Bank's positive catalyst watch list in a 17-page report. You know what companies I don't like in this space, though? Like NIO, Lucid. Lucid's on the American side, but NIO's on the Chinese side. Li, I'm not a big fan of, but if JP Morgan's putting NIO a little bit of weight behind XPEV, it could drive the company stock higher. Lumen is very poor management, says Mike. But we're going to take a look at it. The news could push the stock higher. Again, this could be one of those points where you sell the news. Earnings coming up, as you can see, is a lot of companies. Enphase, Vertiv, Tesla is going to be the big name for the week. All right, because these are sorted by market cap. Tesla is going to be the big name for the week. But we've got American Airlines, Southwest Airlines. We got another airline somewhere, but Coca-Cola, Nucor. We got a couple of aerospace companies. We've got Raytheon. We've got Lockheed Martin. We've got GE. So this is going to be a busy week. You know how I feel in the aerospace space. I'm a big fan of DFEM. And 1, 2, 3 companies on Tuesday are going to report. 3M could be a GM. A lot of companies reporting this week. Dexcom, I liked that stock a while ago because I'm a diabetic and they are in glucose monitoring. We'll see how that comes out. Decker Brands Outdoors, Western Digital, a lot of companies. Can you give us a download link for this chart? Dean, I get this from Twitter. If I close this, I get this from Twitter. All right, I go to Earnings Whispers on Twitter, and that's where I get this. All right, I like this layout. It makes life a little easier for me. You see all of the ticker symbols and if they're going to buy before they open or after the close, but they're all sorted by market cap, so the biggest names are on the top. All right, biggest names are on the top. Lamb Research is in this list somewhere. No, I don't know if they are. I don't remember. LRCX, I don't remember. But I know it's probably a stock that I am looking at today. Dean says I don't have Twitter. So you know where else you go? Watch this. This is another good place to go. Go to investing.com. Researchinvesting.com. This is another great place to go. Go to the earnings calendar right here, Dean. And I can look at the earnings calendar for this week. And these are all, again, set up on each day by market cap. All right, all of the stocks that will be reporting this week. So that was Monday, there's Tuesday, and Wednesday, and all for the whole week. So, Dean, that's another way to go if you want to see what stocks are reporting. You go to investing.com, go to the earnings calendar, and look for this week. And there you go. Ask and you shall receive. How about that, Dean? This is what I do. This is what I do. I do what I do. All right. Next and last story actually comes from our website. Go to www. For all you guys that are still not subscribers to the channel, or better yet, for those of you who are not subscribers to the software, we give you a lot of great information too without even being a subscriber to the software. But I do invite you, if you like the things that I show in the software, I do invite you to take a 30-day trial. Click right there. Take a 30-day trial, 30 days for $9.95. Put your name in there, and all of the stuff that I show you get, and it's just take a look. Just take a look. $9.95 for 30 days. If you don't like it, you can cancel it. But it's $9.95 for 30 days. All right, $9.95. So what I do like is from our website, if you go to our main website, we do give, oh man, what did I do? There we go. We do give articles every day. All right, every day. Click on articles, just click on it. And that's what Ryan just did today, the weekly market recap. But what I was looking at was the essay that Angela Akers wrote this week talking about Trust VectorVest. Now, I want to show this because this is the kind of information, these essays are what we give every Friday. And this was called Trust VectorVest. Why? Well, you talk about what's going on. Third quarter seasons began earnest last Friday with upbeat earnings from JP, the banks. Netflix experienced a beat at the top and the bottom line, blah, blah, blah. In fact, according to FactSet, 14% of the S&P companies have reported quarter three, 79% beating earnings. Why is that important? Because earnings is the engine that drives a stock's price higher and what drives a market higher. So when I showed you the graph of the uptrending trend line of the market, this is why. 79% of the companies who reported, and only 14% of the companies reported, 79% of the companies are beating earnings. You can't, no matter what happens from an election, from news, 79% of the companies reporting so far have beat earnings. Now, there's another side to that. There's a lot of downward guidance on the earnings from the prior quarter, so it's making it easier for the companies to report, but nonetheless, they are still beating earnings. My inclination is that the trend of an upbeat third quarter will continue. But it's no guarantee, and not every company is going to be a winner. Therefore, and this is important for you guys that are not part of the VectorVest ecosystem, therefore, it is important for investors to be informed and prepared in case of an earnings miss on one of their holdings, and there are a few ways for VectorVest can help. First, stay informed. It's important to be aware of when the stocks you own are reporting earnings. And guess what? We have an earnings tab in the software to let you know when the companies that you own are paying dividends, reporting earnings, the whole 9 yards. All right. Lastly, you can learn more about options. Why? Because if you suspect a stock you own may experience an earnings miss, but you don't want to sell the stock, you can protect yourself against the downside movement by buying a protective put or selling calls. How many of you play options? Yes, Blair, it is built in. How many of you play options on earnings calls? All right, type a 1 in the room. How many of you play options on earnings calls? And I think it's a great way. There's another way that I would play earnings as well, and it would be a straddle, where I would buy a call and a put at the same strike price. Thank you, Joy. Man, look at that. Starting off the day, we got us a $4.99 Super chat, type the W in the room, type a W in the room, type a W in the room. And Joy, I need a stock. Joy, I need a stock. And the reason why I bring this up is because every Friday we put out an essay like this. Every Friday. If you're not a subscriber to the software, I am inviting you personally. Right here, click take a 30-day trial. For 30 days, a lot of the things that I show you in the software, you have access to for 30 days. 30 days. All right. So with that being said, let's get into the software. Let's get back into the software and let's start looking at some stuff. Again, talking about the uptrend, there it is. Down day to day. We haven't broken down through the uptrend, so I'm going to be okay. I missed the Glenn dancing that pops up when super chats are given. I don't know. I didn't see the dancing this time. And Joy, did you give me a stock? Joy, I need a stock. I didn't see Joy give me a stock. Joy, I need a stock. I didn't see the dance come up. I think Joey broke it. That's all right. Dang it, Joey. Let's go to the viewers tab. All of the major indices are down today. Look at that. The IWM, people are getting out of the lower dollar, riskier stocks today. All right. That's big. So I stay away from the Russell 2000. I stay away from everything right now. The least down is the Qs. The Qs are only down about a tenth. Santalal says, I play options on the SPY, Apple, Nvidia, Palantir every day, even if their earnings is not. There you go. Glenn, you should make Joey dance now. Ooh, I would love to see Joey dance. Yeah. He needs to put a video up of himself. Yeah. All right, big news stocks. The stories that we looked at so far this morning. Let's take a look. Meta's in there. What stocks are moving? Oil. Oil is up. XPEV, again, the news. XPEV, the news. We'll keep our eyes on that. And Boeing, going into earnings. Boeing needs something. And I think that if they can come to an agreement with this people that are striking, this could be a big play going into earnings. But I don't think they're going to make a lot of money. I don't know if they're going to beat earnings or even beat revenue with everything that's going on. But it could be in a positive step. There we go. Oh, now. There we go. Wow. Tilu just gave us a $5 super chat. There you go. Type the W's in the room. W's in the room. All right. So, Tilu, I need a stock. Enjoy. I still need a stock. I need stocks. When you give a super chat, I will look at a stock right away for you. I love this idea that you guys are giving the super chats. It's not a necessity. All right, it's not a necessity, but thank you guys for doing that. It makes me feel good, and I'm sure that Joey feels good too. Joey, do you feel good when they give us super chats? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
All right, but I need two stocks. I need two stocks from the two of you. All right, earnings this week. I want to spend a little time on the earnings this week because it's important. There's a lot of stocks reporting. It's a lot of stocks. Glenn, the labor is tiny percent of the cost of the Boeing plane. Yeah, but you know something? It may be a tiny percent, but with them striking, it becomes a bigger number than the tiny percent of the Boeing plane, which is why the labor agreement needs to be done. The software was discontinued in UK. It was. That's a long story. That is a long story in regards to that, and I don't want to get into it. All right, I'm going to leave that alone. Can't believe we don't talk about the all-time highs in gold. Earnings on miners will surprise on the upside. We've talked about gold on the channel. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put GLD in my list today. We've talked about it. But, you know, when it comes down to gold, what's the most important thing is the movement of the dollar. The dollar's moving down, gold will move up. When the dollar's moving up, gold will move down. So with all of the news, with all of the stories about the decreasing of the interest rates, that's going to be a positive sign for gold. We'll see how that plays out. All right, but as a matter of fact, Blair, I'm going to show you something in regards to and as a matter of fact, I'm going to do it now. Industry viewer. I want to see what the top industries are. And you notice that mining gold is not in the top 10. All right, it's not in the top 10, so I'm going to show you something. Let's go see where the gold industry sits, Blair. It might be very profitable. I'm going to sort this by. Now, keep in mind, Blair, we got 222 industries. So I hear what you're saying, right? I hear what you're saying, but where is it? Mining, flying flip, mining, gold, silver. Out of 222 industries, it's number 34. That's a good positive sign. All right, out of 224 industries, it is number 33. Let's right click. Let's view the industry graph, because Blair is right, you know, and we have talked about gold. On a 3-month graph, bottom left, top right, hitting a new 3-month high today. All right, let's go put this on a 6-month graph. 6-month high, 1-year high. Gold is on the move, Blair. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. A little bit of a pullback today, but overall, I can draw trend lines over and over and over. Gold is in a good spot. What I don't like about it right now, Blair, talking about that is that's a 45-degree angle. That's a 45-degree angle. That's getting a little steeper than a 45-degree angle. So just keep your eyes on that. A little bit of a bullish, bearish day. It's bullish because it's higher than the prior day's close. It's a little bearish today because the price is lower than the open. Glenn, can you do a unit search that looks for earnings over the next 5 days and sort by market cap? I got to think about that. Remind me again. I got to think about that. All right. Let's go back to the viewers. And let's go back to the watch list viewer. All right. And we stopped with earnings this week. All right. In regards to the stocks that I would pay my most attention to, I would sort by our indicator relative safety. Because the stocks that have the highest relative safety, these are the companies that tend to meet or exceed their earnings expectations, will rise to the top of the list. These are the companies that I feel will definitely beat earnings. Now, the other side of it is revenue. I'm not sure what I got no indicators. I do have a sort of sense of revenue with sales growth. So all of these stocks that I have with relative safety above 1, I want also sales growth to be double digits. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? Yes or no? Just type a yes or a no. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? I want to sort this list of all of these stocks by relative safety. And then I want to, for us, we don't have revenue. But the closest part that I could get, because sales growth is a part of revenue, right? It is a part of revenue. But if I'm going to look at a stock that's got a high relative safety, I want to look at the sales growth from a revenue perspective. So if I've got good high relative safety and good double-digit sales growth, I feel a lot more comfortable about those stocks. CLS has been a great stock. It's got a relative safety at 1.35 and a sales growth. I'm going to move this over. So I can see it a little bit. Oh, yeah. Put that right next. Where is it? Sales growth. Keep moving it. Sales. I'm going to put that right next to earnings growth, I think. Keep moving it. Growth. Sales growth. There we go. Move that over one more. So I like a company that's got a relative safe, nice high relative safety, nice high earnings growth, and I also want to put sales growth. I think when it comes down to earnings, I think this is a good way to help put you in a better spot, of how to feel about a company prior to earnings. Right? There's a gold company here, Newmont. Look at that. Relative safety above 1, earnings growth double digits, sales. Man, I'm feeling good about Newmont. Tractors, Tesla. Now you see why I don't feel so good about Tesla. I'm way overvalued. Look at the earnings growth. Look at the sales growth. Lockheed Martin, relative safety above 1, earnings. No. Now it's interesting when we look at the defense and aerospace, they may not always have really good high earnings growth and sales growth. These are longer term plays. So I think that for any of the companies that you're looking at, any company that you're looking at in this list, I've got 37 in here, by good market cap. T-Mobile, relative safety above 1, earnings growth above 1, sales. This is a revenue thing. I don't know if they beat revenue. So now, based upon what you just learned here, I want to see, I need someone to keep some semblance of a track if the sales growth plays in enough for the revenue number. Does that make sense? I'm curious. Janice, those companies that report, when they beat earnings, I want you to take a look at relative safety. If they miss on revenue, I want you to do me a favor and take a look at the sales growth. I want to see if, and I'm putting that out to everybody, I want to see if that sales growth has any indication about revenue. Glenn, are you still making multi-bagger videos? Yes, G-Money, I am. I was thinking about doing it Friday, but I changed my mind. Newmont seems to be the best stock to invest in right now in the mining industry. They check all the boxes. Again, if you're going to, my favorite gold play, if I'm going to play gold, is going to be Harmony Gold. TSM is on my bucket list. TSM, I am a fan of Taiwan Semi because they're one of the biggest, if not the biggest, chip manufacturer. All right, so good. I'm just keeping my eyes on the chat. All right. What time is it? 12:36. I don't think I have a lot of fish for you today. I do on a down day though. I do want to keep my eyes on Contras. Contras could be a good play. You know what's interesting? I voted, right? And now I'm still getting all this political stuff on my watch. I don't understand it. What's one option play VPCS? I'm not looking at that. I like the name, Human Being. I don't know much about VPCS to give you any analysis on it unless I look at it. Inverse on solar. I don't know if there's an inverse on solar. Anybody know what that is? Let's peep that out real quick. Inverse ETF for solar stocks. I don't know. 41 best clean energy. Best performing clean energy. Solar. Somebody's got to look out for that because I'm not sure. These are all bullish. TAN is one. That's a bullish one, John. I'm looking for an inverse. I'd have to do some research. To see, because Walter says he hasn't found any. There may not be one. But I can check. I can try to find one for you. All right, Contras I'd keep my eyes on today. DRV, these are all bearish side of these indices. How about selling close to the money Nvidia puts? Selling the puts, that means you're bullish on Nvidia. If you're selling the puts, right? That means you're bullish on Nvidia, but you're taking in money instead of outlaying money. I'm all right with that. I'm a big fan. Let's go look at Nvidia real quick. I'm a big fan. I'm going to take a look at Nvidia. And look at that new high. It just became back overvalued again, just barely. There is the stop price rising, earnings per share, RT. That's on a 3-month graph, 6-month graph. Look at that. It's new high at 6 months, 1-year graph. Yeah, there's nothing that I dislike about Nvidia. There's nothing that I don't like about Nvidia. I still think it's the most powerful stock on the planet. It's the hottest stock on the planet, and it's a powerhouse. Like I said, I got out of it right here. Put that on a 1-month graph. I got out of it right here when the ASML, TSM news came out, but then very quickly got back in. Why? That's a bullish harami, and I've been back in it ever since. All right. Oh, let's go back to the viewers tab. Weekly customer picks. Did I erase that? I did. Good. Glenn's picks, I'm not giving them to you today because the 6 p.m. video tonight is going to be on my safe undervalued stocks that are rising in price. As a matter of fact, let's talk about that. My top 5 weekly picks. I give them out every Monday. I give them out every Monday for both the U.S. and Canada, down about 0.5% today. Even with the market being down the way it is, these stocks are only down about 0.5%. We're up about 9%. Look at that equity curve when I started getting back into these. These are great stocks. If ever you want to keep your eyes out for some of the best stocks to hold on to, every Monday, the 6 p.m. video on Monday, I give you my top 5 weekly picks for both the U.S. and Canada. Look at these. All of these stocks that I've given to you over the past weeks, all double-digit winners, no matter what the market's doing. You want good quality stocks every week, go take a look at the Monday video. Comes out tonight at 6 p.m. Comes out tonight at 6 p.m. I don't need to replace any stocks. I do have IESC down a little bit. I don't need to replace any stocks, so I'll show this again in tonight's video. Uncle Glenn, all builders are down. I don't know why. I haven't done any research. I don't know what's going on with the builders today. I don't know what news might have come out to affect the builders today either. So I'm just putting that out there. What should you do with the builders all the way down today? Again, give me one of your builder stocks. Give me one of your builder stocks. Anybody, I don't care. Give me one of your builder stocks, because you guys have seen my video on my top 3 go-to graphs, right? I put that up there. Thank you. Lee says the 10-year rates are up. A builder. There we go. I've shown you, Amir. I've put so much information in you guys' hands. I have. All right. So Amir, let's just go look. Builder. Let's go put this on a 1-year graph. One, coming off a level of resistance. Look at that. Coming off a level of resistance. It couldn't get up there. Couldn't break through. Let's go look at one of my 3. MPI. Let's go to near perfect indicator. I still have trend, but from the kicker to the trigger, I should be getting out. See that? All right, maybe you don't use that. Let's go to star search. Whew. In the slow lane. Let's go look at the 3.8. Man, the 3 just... Amir. 3 graphs, 3 different graphs, just said, probably you should be getting out. Look at here. You know, in that video series, I talked to you about trend lines. I've given you everything you need to make a decision on these stocks. XXB, let's go take a look at trend line. The 3 and the 8 crossing today. 3 and the 8 crossing today. Let's go up to star search. Out of the fast lane into the middle lane and broke through the trend line. Let's go to near perfect indicator. Whew. Got the trigger to get out right here. Hey, how many of you have been able to make better decisions based off of that series that I gave you on tech analysis over the last 4 weeks or so? How many of you have been able to make better decisions? Just type a 1 in the room if you've been able to make better decisions. All right? If it hasn't helped you at all, type a 2 in the room. I'm okay with that. If it hasn't helped you at all, type a 2 in the room. All right, folks, I have tried to put you guys in a better position. 3 different technical graphs that I like a lot. Outside of all of the fundamental information that we give you. All right, and John is right. One day does not make a trend. That's right, and that's one day. But XXHB, the 3.8 cross, it broke through a downtrend. If you want to hold it longer term, the MPI still says trend is in place. This will give you a little bit more term. Joey, did those videos help you? Go ahead, Joey. Answer that question. I want to hear. Did they help you, Joey? He's not even there. All right, so I'm not giving you my picks this week, not yet. I'll give them to you in the Monday 6 p.m. video. Buying country ETFs is tricky in a bull market. So Santalal, those stocks that I'm looking at on the contras, these were not designed to hold stocks overnight. These stocks in an upward trending market are designed to help you for today. And John is right. One day doesn't make a downtrend. But if you're looking to make money short term today and play what the market gives you today, contras may not be a bad play. Contras may not be a bad play. I need to watch the analysis videos. Human being, they're up there. And Clay put them into a watch list for you, a watch list of those videos. Star Search is awesome. A couple of people say they like the Star Search. I like all three. I like all three. I like all three, and I cannot lie. Those other brothers can't deny. When you listen to them on the YouTube channel, all they say is buy. I say no. Just look at the chart. Don't play with your heart. All right. I think, Joey, we need to go out on the road and just we're gonna do some stand up. We're gonna do some stand up. Mac Daddy says add the pinch on the Star Search. I love the pinch. I love the pinch. Are you still in TSLQ? Right now, I am not. I only own 2 stocks, and that's Nvidia and Palantir. Those are the only 2 stocks that I own right now. Of course, I knew Carol would love it. Carol, I did that for you. Is there something for beginners to show how to make plays? Kathy, yes. We've got a beginner series. We do have a beginner series on our YouTube channel. All right, so that is the answer to your question. Absolutely. That was really good, Glenn. Joey needs a drum beat when he starts singing. Joey, I do need a drum beat. All right, do you used to work for PBS? Nope, never did. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to look at your picks right now. I got some written down. Zim. How many likes do we have today, Joey? 71. I'm still going to give you 10 stocks anyway. Psy, because I love you guys. Nvidia, comma, RAMI. There it is. You wanted that. ALCS, comma, I ain't got ALCS. I ain't got it. GLD, comma, URA. You know I like me some of that. Let me go back up the list. VKTX. I'll look at that. VKTX, comma, what's happening with WLFC, comma, OKLO, comma, SPR, comma, Mississippi, comma, Wolf. Wolf is a big mover today. Comma, TPC. This is more than 10 stocks. It's more than 10 stocks. I don't know. I love you guys to death. You know the deal is for every 10 stocks, for every 10 likes, I give you a stock. In order for me to have 13 stocks up here, I'm supposed to have 130 likes, but I ain't got it. All right, let's see what's moving today. Wolf is moving today up 13, almost 14%. Oklo moving 12, pushing 13%. What's moving the opposite direction? Rainy. Why did you want me to look at that? Why did you want me to look at VKTX? Well, because they're going down today doesn't make them bad plays, right? Just because they're going down today doesn't make them bad plays. Which stocks are in the fastest uptrend? Oklo is with 1.84, which is not. Rainy is not in an uptrend. This has got a 3-time loser. 1, it's overvalued. Relative value, relative safety below 1. Number 2, it's fundamentally not sound. Number 3, it's not in an uptrend. Number 4, the earnings growth and sales growth are negative. This all that makes me is go, Stanley Druckmiller allegedly buying it. Thank you, John. Thank you. URI, GWW, and URI. Is that the rentals? Yeah. All right. I only got a few minutes because we got a bonus session going on as well. We got a bonus. You guys are going to get an alert again. We got a bonus session going on. So I'm going to go through these real quick. All right, these are the stocks you want me to take a look at. No sales in here. Let's go put this on a 6-month graph. Oklo, nice move today. Watch the big wicks over the last 2 days. All right, I am going to change this to Star Search. You know something? It has not gone higher than the Bollinger Band. The wicks have, but the bodies haven't. Man, look at the pinch. Look at the breakout. Look at the pinch. Look at the breakout. Oklo is moving. Man, these wicks though scare me. If I'm going to buy into it, I need to be 12 cents higher than the wick though. 12 cents higher than the wick. If you're in it, leave it alone. TPC, nice uptrend, broke down through it. All right, now breaking through a level of resistance. I'd look for more confirmation tomorrow to see if it's got more continuation above this level of resistance. It did hit a new 3-month high today. I'd look for more confirmation. The last time it was in an uptrend, it stayed there. broke down. Looks like it's moving back into the fast lane on Star Search, but I would really like to see confirmation above that level of resistance. Next one, Wolf. Big news, big move. Let's go take a look at adding volume. It's probably here somewhere. There it is. Big volume. There it is. Big volume on the big move. Right up to the level of the Bollinger Band, but did not break through. The body is bigger than the wick. If you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not, I'm looking at 5 cents higher than the high, though. All right. URA, uranium. I'm big on uranium. There you go, John Bray. One day doesn't make it for a downtrend. I'm fine if you're in URA. It's still in the fast lane. I'm okay with it. I am going to give you a hard point of stop, though. I'm going to give you 2 right here. If you really want to take profits on it, right at 32.96. I'm going to give you another one. Last swing high was at the level of $30.28. I'm giving you 2 levels of egress. This is the quick, more aggressive, and this gives you a little bit more room. All right, let's go to the next one. Zim, nice move on Zim. I don't like the gappiness in it. A lot of gapiosity going on. It did get into the fast lane. Last time it was in the fast lane, it gave you a good opportunity to make money. Man, back here too, after this big pullback, goodness gracious, I do like the move. I'd look for more confirmation in the fast lane tomorrow. Or you could be aggressive and take it now because today's wick is a lot smaller than the body. That's a bigger body. All right, let's go to the next one. Nice move on Nvidia in the fast lane, broke through resistance, followed through. Yeah, I still like Nvidia. MS, Morgan Stanley in the fast lane. A down day, but steer clearly in the fast lane. I'm going to give you a hard level of egress here, about 115.55. All right, you got about $3. You got about $3 on that. That's where be my point of saying thinking about taking that off the table. Wow. WLFC, nice move. A little bit of a spinning top going on right there. Look at the wick almost at the top of the Bollinger Band, at the top of this one as well. I'd leave it alone. If I'm in it, leave it alone. Drug, I'm not. Drug is just way volatile, super way volatile. Unless you're a trader, more so a day trader on drug, I wouldn't touch it. Unless you're a day trader on drug, I wouldn't touch it. I might come back to that in a second. URI, watch it, Amir. Look at it. It's still in the fast lane, but looking at approaching the middle lane. If it drops into the middle lane, I'd probably think about taking it off the table. I like the trend. I don't want to give it all back, all right? Next one is URTY. I'm not playing that. Look at that. It got above resistance. And remember, what did I say? I like to see follow through the next day. It never really got follow through with those down days. And what did it do? It pulled back down out of the fast lane into the middle lane. Big down day. I'm not feeling URTY right now, and that's on the small caps. That's the short on the small, I think. GWW, I'd leave it alone. A down day, but I'm not panicking. Love the pinch, love the breakout. I'm not panicking on GWW. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Now, again, if end of day starts to approach and get into the middle lane, I'm probably out of that stock. Love gold again. Blair, you still here, Blair? Love the move on it. A little bit of a bearish green candle because the price is lower than the open. But man, I'm feeling that. Blair is right. It's moving. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's moving, and that's the ETF. That's the Spider Gold shares. I like the play, and it's not outside of the Bollinger Bands. I like that play. I cannot lie. VKT, I know. There's nothing that I really like about this. I don't even know if there's news on it. It's in the middle lane. A lot of sideways move on this. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this at all. SPR, big jump. That's on the airlines, one of the airlines. Oh, no, that's in aerospace. Big jump, but look at the give back. Look at the big wick. Look at the big wick on today's candle. It's already still in a downtrend. Look at that. Already still in. It broke through, but I'm not feeling confident it would follow through. A lot of give back. So now I told you I would take a look at drug. Unless you're a day trader, folks, don't touch this. This is MC Hammer right here. You don't want to touch this. What's up, KK? You don't want to touch this. This is something that you've definitely got to watch on a day trade perspective. There it is. Right now, to date, it moved. Where's 930? Oops, there's 930. Drug hasn't been a real good play today. I'd played probably the 3 and the 8 on this outside of Star Search. But right now, I'm not feeling it. Right now, I'm not feeling it. This is strictly a day trade. I wouldn't tell anybody out there to try to hold this stock over. Right. Glenn, thanks for the stop on URA. Listen, I'm here to help you. You know I can't tell you what to buy and what to sell. You know I can't do that, right? But I can always give some guidance on what I see to help you see to make better decisions. No business will experiment with AI agents. AI agents could destroy their... Listen, that story, that AI agent story was kind of scary. I told you. It's too early for AI agents. More testing is needed. But people are already stepping into it, Ramor. People are already stepping into it. Human being CCJ is the same as you are. It's not the same. One is a stock and one is an ETF, Lou. All right, but they're both in the same space. URA plays the whole space. CCJ plays a stock in the space. They're not the same. Don't tell them it's the same. It's two different things. One is an ETF. One is a stock. All right, drug, 10 for 10. Oh, did they do a split? They didn't do a split, did they? No, I don't think they did. Somebody did a split. No, it wasn't them. But look at that move. No activity until most recently. That stock is just all over the place. All right, we got 4 minutes before our special presentation. I'm going to look at a couple of other stocks. Give me a couple. Give me a couple. Just a couple. Just a couple. All right, Snap. You want to take a look at Snap? Oh, Snap. We're going to look at these quick, though. Alarm, comma... World Break. I need a ticker symbol. SANU. I ain't got it. I don't think I got it. MSI, comma SMH. All right. We got about 4 minutes. You guys are going to get another alert. Snap. I'm not feeling that. That's on a 6-month graph. I need this stock to fade its most recent gap. right here. It sort of kind of did, but not really. All right, I'm not feeling stuff. I love the earnings per share, but I'm not feeling the stock price movement. Went from a sell, though, to a hold, but definitely still moving sideways. Alarm. You know, I like the move. I don't like the earnings per share. You know me, I like a stock that's moving up, but I like for earnings to be moving up with it as well. It moved up enough that RT got above 1, but now pulling back down, RT is at 0.96. I'd be careful with that. If I'm looking at Alarm as another play to get in, I'm looking at going above 21.44. Next one, CLS got a level of support. It's coming down to it. I wouldn't be mad if you got out of it earlier than now. I do love the earnings per share. I do not like price action. It is undervalued. That's beautiful. But if I've got some profit on this, I want to take that probably off of the table. MSI, you got to love that. Bottom left, top right. It is overvalued, but I like the move. That's a beautiful looking equity curve. There's nothing bad about that at all. Next one, a little bit more volatile on SMH. Nice little move up. On the stock freehand line. Nice trend. Broke below it. That would have been my good opportunity to take that profit off the table. Right now, it's just chilling. I'd like to see it break out back above that level of the trend line. If you're in it, let me do this. Put Star Search on. It's in the middle lane. Let's go put on the 3 and the 8. The 3 is currently below the 8. I probably would have taken that off the table. But if you haven't yet, I'm going to give you a hard stop right about here of about 245.53. That's probably a good hard stop if you haven't gotten out of it yet. You know, it's got a level of support. It's staying above that. I'd like to see it get back above the trend line. But if you haven't gotten out of it, that's where I'd want for you to do that. All right. So here we go. How do you get LeBron the GOAT? How do you do that? That's not true. It's Michael. We all know that. It's Michael Jordan. Did I make an enemy of you, World Breaker? I hope not. It's Michael. Michael is the GOAT. All right, so we did this on Thursday. At the end of the session, we tried to do a little bit of day trading. We're going to do it again today. All right, you guys are going to get an alert in less than a minute. We're going to get an alert in less than a minute. We're going to get a lot more people in here. I do have a list of some day trade candidates. And once the alert hits, we're going to see if we can do some day trading. All right? For those of you who are interested in that, stay. For those of you who may not be interested in that, you can leave, and that's fine. That's why I waited to the end of this session to bring this up. But if you're interested in doing some day trading, I want to introduce that to you by way of VectorVest. We can do that for you. I do like Larry Bird, but I don't call him the greatest. I don't call him the greatest of all time. Tom Brady is the GOAT probably in football. Yeah, I got to go for that. All right. So an alert's going to go out in a second. All of you who are here, just stay here. Again, unless you don't want to do that. And I'm okay with that. You won't hurt my feelings. If singing and rapping are involved, I'll stay. Wow, Carol just wants me to sing and rap. Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Say, if your friend starts acting up, then you take her friend. All right, there you go. Greatest NBA, MJ, Kobe, LeBron. I can go for that, Penny. All right, I want to see if the alert hit yet. And if it did, I want people to be here. And we're going to start taking a look at some possible day trades for you guys. And it's tougher. It's tougher to day trade in the afternoon. This is why we have our jockey club in the morning. Alfredo said it hit. Excellent. This is why we do our jockey club in the morning, which is our day trading room. Fitness says, Glenn, why do you only mention what you're trading and not what you hold in other long-term retirement accounts? Is that VectorVest wants you to promote trading? No. So Fitness, I manage more than one or two accounts, and I don't want to get into long, drawn-out conversation about all the stocks I hold in all of those. I do talk to you about the ones that I trade, my most heavily traded portfolio. I think that is a reasonable thing to do. I think that's a reasonable thing to do for transparency reasons. I don't think you need to know all of the stocks that I hold. So there you go. That's why. All right, Fitness Solutions, that's why. All right, so here we go. The alert hit. Welcome to my bonus session for today. Again, depends on how you like this or not. We're going to try to keep it going. All right, some day trading, live day trading scenarios that we can look at in here for you as well. Are these stocks for day trade, Amir? Yes, these are strictly for day trade. All right, so I went to our Derby tool right here. And I noticed that the DTI bearish, which I'm not going to get into, tells us that for today, we've got more of a bearish bias. But there's a lot of people out there that are still looking for stocks to day trade to the bullish side. But today, I'm looking at a combination of some stocks to day trade as well as some contra ETFs to day trade. So what we start to do right from the beginning, I put my candidates in here. First thing I'm going to do is graph them all. I'm going to put all of these on like a 1-year graph, and I want to see what looks good going into the story. OPFI, end of day, rising earnings. Again, this is not an ETF, but it's a stock. I'm going to write that down. That's a stock that I like. End of day. We're going to see if we can make some day trades on it. Let's go to the next one. Woof, nice big move on Wolf. That's news driven. I'm going to write that down because for those of you who are day traders, that might not be a bad play. Big move on QUAD. Look at the 3 and the 8 on that. QUAD. All right. Actually, I want to put these more on a 1-month graph. There we go. I'm going to put these more on a 1-month graph. XCH, I'll put on a 3-month graph. Do I like that? Not nearly as much. I want good open candles today. Like that. I want good open candles today. DOGZ. I like that. I want, from a day trade perspective, I want good open candles. A little bit of wick, too much wick at the top of that. Way too much wick at the top of that. The 3 and the 8 are about to cross on an open candle. I'm going to write that down. DDL. All right, let's go to the next one. Nice open candle, RWM. That's the bearish side of Russell. Oh, could we make some money on that? Let's go to the next one. LABD, that's another contra that's on the move. Look at the candle. LABD, let's go to the next one. Nah, Tesla Q, no. I like the 3 and the 8, but I don't like the big wick and the small body. All right, nice open right there, DRV. DRV. All right, let's go to the next one. Nice open candle on SDOW. I write that down, SDOW. Nope, not that one. Not feeling that one. Hibs, I'll take that one. HIBS. So what I'm doing for you right now is I'm not taking that. It's a closed candle. That's a red candle. Closed candle. Little itty bitty candle. So what I've done is taken my list of, I could add, Eugene, I could have, but I was doing this quickly. I was doing this quickly for the purposes of finding some candidates to keep my eyes on. Does that make sense, Eugene? All I was doing this is for the purposes of looking at stocks with open candles from a day trade perspective. All right, does that make sense? All right, which search is this? This is not a search, Prakash. This is not a search. I went through our Derby tool to find stocks, and I looked at contra ETFs. I put a combination of the two. All right, so now let's go to the graphs. I'm going to create a new graph. I'm going to take this off, Now I'm going to show you how to set up a graph nicely. OP5, remember, these are all stocks that we looked at end of day that had good open candles, right? And DOGZ. And there's only 4 that I'm looking at. All right, there's only 4 that I'm looking at. I'm going to use this function right here where I can put all 4. I don't want to do that yet. I want to put all 4 into one graph. Intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. All right, OP5, let's take value off. There we go. All right, now I'm going to put all 4 of these on the one graph. Boom. There they are. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's close these all up. We're going to go to intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. And intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Let's zoom in on all of these so we can see them nicelier. Is that a good word? No, probably not. Nicelier. And the reason why I was looking for open candles is because I want to make sure that before I jump on any of these, that they're still rising in price. And let's close this up. OP5. Well, the 3 and the 8 are starting to close. Wow, look at Wolf. The 3 and the 8 just crossed. Dogs no and quad no. But I like Wolf. I like some Wolf, and I cannot lie. Let's go see if we can go. That's not what I want to do. I want to do it this way. Let's go. Trade now. It's not Robo Trader. I don't want to do it that way. What is it? Wolf. Let's go to portfolios. I like that trade. Where is the day trade one? There it is. Let's go add Wolf. Going to go add trade Wolf. WULF. All right. Get the price now. Target investment $1,000. Now, folks, this is not real money. This is just play money. All right, this is just play money. We're going to get into Wolf. All right, right now we're flat. Let's go back to the graphs. That was the only stock that I liked from the list. All right, now let's go create another 4 graphs where we have DDL, comma RWM, comma LABD, comma DRV. Again, we've already looked at these stocks. End of day. All right, there we go. Let's go put this onto intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Let's go put all 4 in here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go back to my room. Then we could party all night. Anybody remember that song? You got to be a partier, a long-time partier for that. Intraday, 5-minute room, boom. And intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Zoom. I don't need to zoom. All right, let's close them up. Do I like any of these? DDLs? Falling. Not yet. All right, we got one more group of stocks to take a look at that we did, just SDOW, comma, and HIBS. Well, I've only got 2 here, all right? Let's go intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. How about on this one, I just used 2 side by side. All right, we just used intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Joey, you need to take me off the screen probably. You probably need to take me off the screen so they can see the graph. All right, so Let's go just take a look. I don't like any of these. The only one that I found so far, look at that, was Wolf. We're still good. We're still good to go. What I'd be looking for if I'm trying to get out of it from a day trade, since I like the 3 and the 8 to get in, I'd probably get out on the 3 and the 8 as well. But all of the stocks that I'm looking at, I'm not feeling that. All right, let's go to the portfolios. Am I making any money? Oh, we're up. We're up about 0.1%. That's good. Now, I'm going to see if I can find some other stocks. Let's go up to searches, price, volume. Let's go look at most active gainers. I bet you drug is going to be in there. Nvidia is in there. Ooh, look at that. GNPX up 300%. I'm not touching any of that. I'll look at Nvidia. I'll look at, I was watching that this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right click, view the stock graph. Let's go see. Nvidia, I sort of kind of like. Intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Maybe. Oh, if Nvidia from a day trade perspective, if it could break above this level, I think about getting into it. What else is in here? Satya? No, I ain't feeling that. I'm not feeling that either. Remember, these stocks were up. I'm looking at getting above there. Nope, I'm not feeling those. All right, let's go look at Wolf, Oklo. There's 4 stocks right there. View stock graph. Let's do the same thing. Intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Ooh, I like the 3 and the 8. I'd like to see if we can break above that level. I like that, and a level of support right here. A little bit of, I can't really call that a hammer, but nice little move right up. I'd like to see us break above that level of 618 before I pull the trigger. Oklo, let's get above this 2072. Nice little level of support right there, too. I like the 3 and the 8. I like the move up. I do like the move up. Let's go draw a freehand line. Look at that. I like that move. I cannot lie. Let's go see if it can break through resistance before I pull the trigger on it. All right, next one. I'm not feeling that. Look at that. Had a nice uptrend right there with the 3 and the 8. Broke down through. The 3 and the 8 broke. No, I'm not looking for that. Now, at least, if nothing else, you guys are getting some insight of what I'm looking for before I pull the trigger on a trade from a day trade. Look at this. SOX S, the short side coming from the high. Downtrend, coming to a level of support. I'm not thinking about it either. All right, what else is in the list? Let's close that. What else is in the list? That's up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want all the ones that's got at least 1% up. Let's view the stock graph. Is anybody finding this to be simple? Yes or no? Am I confusing the flying flip out of you guys? or do you guys see some simplicity in being able to make a decision from a day trade perspective? All right, I'm curious. Because again, this has got to be worth it for you. If it ain't worth it for you, then, I won't do this anymore. But I want to introduce this to some of you from the perspective of what we can do in the VectorVest system. SoFi, I like the move. I do like the move. Nice move here, right here when the 3-8 cross. That was a beautiful, very beautiful way to go. 3-8 cross, I'd like to see it break above that level of resistance, though. You know something? I want to write SoFi down. SOFI. I'm writing that down. DJT. I'm not going to get political. I'm just going to talk about the stock. All I want to do is just talk about the stock. All right. Look at that. Nice uptrend. Broke down. Actually, it broke through it. Going sideways. I'd like to see if we can break back above. Nice little move up here. Little hammer formation after the pull down. 3-8 cross. I'm not ready to take that yet. No. SMCI. Hammer right there. Beautiful. You guys really, if you haven't watched my series on technical analysis, beautiful candlestick formation after the pull down. Hammer. The stock moved up. There's the 3 and the 8. Right now, I'm not feeling it, though. Let's go to the next one. K-View. No, not yet. All right, so what I am going through is the opportunity to walk through what some of these stocks look like. Akshaya says, DJT, I'm not getting into that. I told you I was not getting into the political side of that. I wasn't getting into the political side of that. I just saw the possibility. I just saw the possibility. All right, so I'm watching the amount of people fall away. Maybe you guys ain't all that into it, and I'm okay with that. This was an experiment to see from the perspective of day trading if you guys were interested. All right, I'm watching the numbers go down. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm watching the numbers. And again, I don't want you to take that it's a bad thing. I want to make sure I'm bringing something to the table that makes sense to you. Oof. And that makes, there it is. Again, look at the 3-8. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This is why I use the 3-8 to get out. I'm not feeling yang right now. I'm not feeling yang right now. Wow, grab. Hey now, you're an all-star. I'm writing that down. Grab. I am writing that down. I like that. Look at the 3-8. This is why I try to find these stocks when the 3-8s just cross from a day trade perspective. Look at that. Look at that. Now, what I'd be looking for here is a breakthrough above the high. I like the 3-8. It's the down candle, but the 3-8's still in play. The 3-8's still in play. I did write that down. I wrote that down. No, I'm not taking TZA. Had its time this morning. Look at that. Beautiful opportunity from a day trade, folks. Beautiful opportunity from a day trade. Not now. All right. This is why we do this. IONQ. Look at that. I'm going to write that down. IONQ. Look at that, 3-8. I'd look for price break above that. I'm right there. If it can break above this level of 1472, I might take a little bit of that right there. Santalel says, I'm very much interested because I am in day trade as well. Blair says, interested, just not set up with the chart, EDC, etc. Do have the 5. Whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. It's better to day trade market open and power. I agree with you, Asa. But this is just something that I want to bring to the table to see if there is some desire to want to see more of this. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. IONQ I wrote down. All right, I'm going to close that. Let's get back to the graphs because I've got 2 here, right? Let's go add 2 more. Let's go add 2 more. Which 2? SoFi and Grab. SoFi and Grab. SOFI and Grab. Let's go see. I do like, let's end the day. Let's go intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Ooh, look at that SoFi getting there. Look at that SoFi getting there. Where's the other stock we were in? Wolf? We're still in it, yes? Let's go to portfolios. We're up about 0.7%. I'll take it. I'll take it. But I want to keep my eyes on it from a day trade perspective. Let's go watch the 3 and the 8. These still never came to me yet. No. And Hibbs, no. We were liking that. But I'm keeping my eyes on SoFi and Grab. I'm keeping my eyes on SoFi and Grab. Very interested. Keep teaching us, says Rose. No problem. What is the 3 and the 8? The 3 and the 8, Janet, are 3 and 8 exponential moving averages. Let's go to one of my favorite stocks, Palantir. And you'll notice that I've got the green line is a 3 exponential moving average. The 8 is a 8 exponential moving average. In order to add it to a graph, go to the price box on any stock. Right-click on it. Go to Add Moving Average. Go to Exponential. Click on the number 10. Okay? Do it again. Right-click on the price box. Go to Add Moving Average. Go to Exponential. Click on the number 10. Now we can use the up and down arrows to change the numbers. I click down to the number 3 and click down to the number 8, and then I check those boxes and we'll put the 3 and 8 on the list. Does that make sense, Janet? I picked IONQ this morning from the Derby. Let's go back. I did not bring up IONQ. I'll bring that up in another graph. IONQ. Wow, look at that. Let's go to intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Oh, I still got I got the level of, it's got to break above that. I do like that play, though. I do like that play. Some simplicity, says Furby. Greg says, Grab has a low ATR. Does it mean it's slower? The low ATR means it doesn't move a lot. So the ATR is the average true range, the amount of money in dollars that a stock's price moves throughout a day. If the number is low, that means the stock doesn't move a lot. That's what it means. How do I get into the Derby? Ward, give our product support staff a call. Give our product support staff a call. As a matter of fact, I think we're running a special on a trial for the Derby as well. All right. I think we are. Give our product support staff a call in regards to getting into the Derby. I don't want to give wrong numbers at all. INOQ does quantum computing. You know something? The next person that mentions quantum computing, I'm going to kick you off the page. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah, I had to do a video about quantum computing. Who Jake? Was it Jake that keeps messing with me about the quantum computing? Sigh. And now it's going to be Pennywise as well. Now, the interesting thing about if I'm in IONQ from a day trade, I'm still in it. The 3 has not, on 5-minute bars, the 3 has not crossed below the 8. I'm still in it. Even with this down bar right here, I'm still in it. All right, so with that being said, do you buy these stocks at the start of the day or at the half hour? So RSXMA, the best time to look at these stocks is at the market open. The second best time to look at this is from 3:30 to the market close. The first half an hour and the last half an hour are the most volatile times in the market. Those are probably your best opportunities to go in. Eugene says, "You're right. I know I did the video, Eugene. I know, but I keep getting teased. Look at that. INOQs could be setting up. Could be setting up. Where's my other stock? Where's my wolf? Oh, I need to watch it. If the 3 crosses below the 8, I'm probably going to take it off the table. If the 3 crosses below the 8, are we up in it? Slightly. We're pretty flat on it right now. But I am watching the 3 and the 8. I'm watching if the 3 crosses below the 8 on 5-minute bars, I'll take it off the table. Nvidia also does quantum computing. Does it really? Nvidia does a lot of stuff. Nvidia does a whole lot of stuff. How do you use imbalances to validate trade? Asa, you got to ask me that question a little bit differently because I'm not sure what you're asking. INOQ, IBM, Microsoft, and Google all do quantum computing. What are you looking for in a percentage return when you do get out? You know something? It all depends on the time of the day because I can watch a stock's 3.8 just run, and I'm going to let it run. In this opportunity, I was hoping that it would do that, but if it doesn't, then I'm going to get out of it. I don't have a set percentage that I'm looking for. I think that's a better question to ask, or the better way for me to answer that question. I don't have a set percentage. All right, I noticed that the 3 and the 8 are converging here as I still own this stock. Go to the portfolios. I'm flat to now slightly down. The purpose behind using the 3 and the 8 to get me out is that if I do take a loss, it's not a big loss because that's what hurts my portfolios. OpFi, look at that. The 3 and the 8 are holding up in there. I need that stock to move, but my other stocks that I'm looking at just weren't there. Now, RWM could be setting up. See, the 3 and the 8 could be setting up. How about DRV? Could be setting up. Let's go to SDAO. Could be. Now, some of these are starting to set up. So far, I got a level where I'm looking for to get in. And the same thing with Grab. Go look at Palantir. I wasn't looking at this from a day trade, but I can. Intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. I'm not feeling Palantir today. That's just poopy. INOQ, look at that. I'm ready to pull the trigger on it. No, not quite. I'm on 5-minute bars. I need to clear above that. But now you know what I'm looking for. INOQ has been looking good for a minute. And now I'm looking for an entry part right here. Grab looks interesting for a day trade. Grab, I'm waiting for it to break above that level of resistance for Pennywise. G-Money says, Glenn, what time frame do you get into that chart? I'm looking at 5-minute bars, intraday 5-minute bars. That's what I'm looking for my sense to get in. INOQ has been on my watch list, says Pennywise. I like that trade. I cannot lie. I'd like to see on 5-minute bars us close above that level of resistance, but beautiful opportunity to make some money right there, folks. Beautiful opportunity to make some money on this. Furby says, I like this. Excellent. So this is something that we'll do off and on every so often. But INOQ is setting up as a possibility. The 3 and the 8 are solidly in place. I'm looking to see if we can get above that level of resistance before I pull the trigger. All right. So, all right, we're at 125-ish or so. I'm going to stop for today. There are lots of loads of potential with quantum computing. I know, but it's a lot. It's a lot of research. Believe you me, it is. Look at that move on INOQ, folks. I want to see if we can close above that level. Oh, let's go back to, wait, hold on, Joey. Why'd you take the mouse? Stop taking the mouse. I want to go see about my other stock, though. Where's Wolf? The 3 and the 8 haven't crossed yet. Let's go to portfolios. I'm down about 0.25%. Let's go back to graphs. Michael says, loved this. You guys, that is awesome. Is there videos on this channel about day trading? Stick Louie, no. It's hard to make a video on day trading unless the market's open. And this is the closest. Stick Lou, this is probably going to be the closest to a video that we're going to do on the channel for day trading. All right. Watching, look at that. I'm probably going to pull out a wolf. All right, let's go to portfolio. I'm probably going to pull out a wolf. It's 0.5% down. I'm going to close the position. I'm going to take that. We're down a little bit. I'm all right with that. Let's go back to the graphs. I think that was the right thing to do. I am looking for INO. Look at that. We're at the end of the session, though, but I wouldn't mind pulling the trigger. It's probably going to test that level of support, but I like this. I like INOQ. How to use option imbalances to get into a trade. Option imbalances. I'm not sure I know still what that means. Can you have a show at the... We do, Jen. We have our jockey club. Our jockey club does just this. We do start at 9 o'clock. We're online with you guys at 9:30 when the market opens up, and we stay with you until 10:30. So we do this every morning from 9 to 10:30. All right. So I check out Rocket Lab for a day trade. I'll take a look at that before we go. RKLB, Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab, to think you want to go. No! Why? Penny, you see what's going on right now? Why am I taking it for a day trade? Sigh. Pennywise, I'm so surprised at you. I'm so surprised at you. Is it on YouTube? No. It is on our main platform. I'm just messing with you, Pennywise. It's on our main platform. You have to have the end-of-day version of the software. Give our product support staff a call. Do you have to be a premium subscriber to get the Jockey Club? No, you have to have the end-of-day you need to have the desktop version of the software in order to do it. I am so mad at you, Pennywise. Hey, Rocket Lab looks good for a day trade. No, it doesn't. Sigh. What indicator do you use outside of the 3 and the 8 exponential moving average? I'm just checking price action. I'm just checking price. Mira is here. Hi, Mira. ARQQ. What time is it? 1:27. ARQQ. Mira, if it's not moving, I'm going to yell at you too. I hate yelling at you. Oh, there it is. Did anybody, on my day trades, did anybody pull the trigger? Look at that. We had it set up. We're coming to the end of the session. That's the only reason why I'm not going to pull the trigger. But there it is. Live. Look at that. Look at that right there. Let's go look at, you said ARQQ. It is moving. I do like the 3 and the 8. It broke through this level of resistance right here. I like the move. The 3 and the 8 looks good. I like that. I do like that. How long does it take for VectorVest to process an order for a premium annual subscription? I don't know. If you placed an order 2 weeks ago. Oh, no. Verizon, call somebody. Call somebody. That should not be. Something's up. Verizon. Give them a call. All right, look at that. On, what was it? INOQ. Look at that. We got us a good one right there, baby. Live. For all my day traders out there, there you go. Again, it's the end of the session. I should just put it in. I'm not going to do it. You guys, I want some of you guys to make some money. And back me up when it says you want to continue doing this. All right? So we're right at 129. We're going to end it for the day. Joey, put me on the last screen, please. Horsey, I like that. All right. Look at that. Stock is still moving. We set it up. We went through a process. We set it up. And look at that move on IONQ. Day trade happened for you right here live on the channel. It took some time to find it, but we went through a process of looking at stocks, putting them on the list, look at their graphs, and set up the trade for you. All right, I got to go. Thank you guys for being here. Again, we're going to do this every so often. We will do this every so often. Seems like you guys do like this, and I like that. Just keep your eyes on it. Remember, I like the 3 and the 8 to get in. I'm probably going to like the 3 and the 8 to get out. There's my stop loss, Janet. I'm going to use that stock, put a 3 and 8 exponential moving average on it on 5-minute bars to get me out. Now, another thing, I probably, something, I don't know if I will hold these stocks more than just today. Look at the stock on an end of day graph to make a decision if you want to hold it beyond today. But these were set up specifically for day trades. All right, folks, make sure you watch tonight's video, my top 5 picks for both the U.S. and Canada. I showed you what the graph looked like, that those stocks are moving even with what the market's giving to you right now. So, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii, praying for all the peeps all over the world. Remember, folks, help each other out. If we all do that for each other, we'll be a better society. Odabu, bom dia. Salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks, see ya.